want to talk a little bit about the Outlaw Drums Heritage Series. I had been working with Outlaw, messing around with some of his drums, writing some reviews, and learning the story about how Outlaw Drums came to be. And I love the history of it, the fact that the first house was that of a Georgia soldier from the Civil War. And I thought there was a lot of history there, and I thought a lot of the circumstances about getting land instead of a bounty reminded me of the Revolutionary War and the history that went there. And I thought, just as a natural thing, we should do something that would exemplify and honor the roots of Outlaw. And I thought that with the first wood coming out being that of a Civil War soldier's home, we should do something to honor his service and that heritage. And I thought, wouldn't it be neat if we could embed some wood-struck bullets into this 400-year-old wood? In that doing so, and combining that with the modern applications of hoops and throw-offs and snares and heads, we're covering 400 years of United States and American history, and I thought that'd be something that Michael Outlaw ought to consider. So we got to talking about that, and he agreed that we should try something like that, and I thought too, a secondary snare would be a nice start. So we came up with the idea of a couple of 6-inch stave construction shells of heartwood pine, 300-400 years old, in a 14 and a 10-inch, 6-inch deep shell design with a Confederate and a Union wood-struck bullet embedded into each drum. But I thought, instead of just timbre matching, we should timber match, and I asked Michael to find me some wood that we could make the two drums out of the same piece of wood and therefore the same tree. And we could timbre and timber match the wood, and they would be complementary to each other, just like we want our tom-toms to be complementary. So we worked this out and we came up with some ideas, rough exterior finish. Of course, we got to have an old nail from the building. And I thought we should have some paint shining through, and I thought, well, maybe my building was white at one time and got painted over in blue and just showed the age. And I thought that we should use dark nickel-plated hardware and just make the drums match like that. But I also thought that we should put a little red around the bullet strikes to highlight them. But now we're playing on the red, white, and blue theme and making it a truly patriotic statement in a subdued kind of manner. The wood is very hard and very tightly grained, which makes it very reflective, but the nature of the wood and the stave construction also make it very controlled. So the drum is projecting and the drum is lively, but the drum is very controlled. I find it really good for outdoor, large stages, any arena type of an application where you have a lot of open space. Drum's going to sing, it'll never get lost. Snares on, snares off, it has great tone. It tunes up high, it tunes up low, it's got a great medium, and it has a great thump that only that stave construction can give you. And that's our Heritage Series. And it can be available in a drum set, any finish you want. Pick the wood, we'll stick the bullets in it, heck, we'll shoot them in there for you ourselves. So Outlaw is committed to being an American company, and they're showing a lot of history. Every drum comes with history. The building, the farm, the house, the mill, the tobacco shed, whatever building has a lot of history. And instead of going out and burning down new trees, we're going to reclaim these trees, and I just think it's so important of what Outlaw Drums are doing. Forestry badge I thought was very, very appropriate in the whole theme of what they're doing. So looking for an heirloom snare drum, Outlaw's a good place to start. Outlaw Drums is about to be America's most wanted.
Yeah, you see, I looked at him, I was like, Lord, 4 minutes. Oh, trying to give you an spot here.
I wasn't even, oh, really?
I was looking at